Hello, and welcome to the Smut Show,
a weekly podcast from your new internet book besties.
We discuss all things spicy books and mix in a little bit of motherhood, life, self-care, and everything in between.
So sit back,
grab a beverage,
and let's chat.
Hello, and welcome to the Smut Show. I'm Neely.
And I'm Rachel, and we are here with Meagan today. Meagan is a bookstagrammer with love for angsty friends to lovers romances.
She can often be found in bed with a glass of white wine, her Kindle, and her dog Harley. Meagan, welcome. We are so happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Man, when did I meet you? I met you at Book Bonanza.
Yes.
First, and you were just like a sunshine. You are the sunshine in the grumpy sunshine relationship, okay?
That is the biggest compliment.
I love it. I mean, truly, you are just like so smiley all the time. And I'm sure not all the time, right? Everybody has their moments. But every time I see you, you're just so happy. So thanks for being a bright
Thank you. I think it's because I'm like in my favorite place to be with like people that love to read books.
I was like, and you're in like a bright pink shirt right now, so you literally are just looking like you radiate happy.
Like a book lover shirt. I love it so much.
Thank you. It's from Rebel and Floor, and I love it.
I woke up this morning.
I love their stuff.
So confused by the thunder and the lightning. I was like,
oh yeah, we had a really bad storm last night. It did. Well, that's kind of goes into my ones and fives. Should we go into ones and fives?
Okay, let's do that. Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. This is so great. I never go first. Usually I make Neely go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're volunteering, so.
I am. Well, because this storm we had last night, which we get pretty bad summer storms, Meagan. I don't know if y'all get summer storms. Where are you again? You're on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm in New York. So
okay, fine.
So not terrible. Not terrible storms,
okay,
but
fine.
Sometimes we'll get them.
Okay, whatever. Casual. All right. So yeah, I am not in New York, and we get bad summer storms. And last night, and I feel like they always hit in the middle of the night, Neely. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Well, so it like was built up yesterday afternoon, and like we kind of got a storm for like a minute, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know it was going to rain overnight, and so I don't know if you were like this, like it like was jarring because storms don't usually wake me up, but it was right when I usually wake up, and so I have one of the hatch rests.
Oh my god!
And
you wake
so
up
it like
so early.
It was like
4:30. Yeah.
So my hatch rest was like it like slowly wakes you up. Like that's the point of it. Is it like gets lighter and lighter and lighter and stuff. And so it's like usually a storm wouldn't wake me up, but because of that, but I was like, what day is it? What time is it? Where am I? Like I was so disoriented when that happened. And then it was like a weird storm for at least by us where it was like a lot of thunder and lightning, but very minimal rain.
Oh no, we had a lot of rain too, but like the lightning was crazy.
It was so I was driving to bar and I was like, I am scared.
Yeah, it was, I that's so funny that you were like getting up. It woke me up and then I was like, I want to go back to sleep. And then it took me forever to fall back asleep. And I kept waiting for like a kid to come in and be like, I'm scared. And nobody ever came in. So I think that's my one star was I was just really looking forward to sleeping. But I did sleep a little bit later. I was like, my alarm went off at 7 and I was like, you know what? I'm going to snooze that a couple times. So and then I think my 5-star is, well, first of all, the girls went to a water park with some friends yesterday. And so Brian and I had uninterrupted Sunday afternoon with no children. It was very nice. So that was a 5-star. And then I think another 5-star is just the fact that this is the last week before they go back to school. So we can get
part of mine.
I'm like, we just need to get in a regular routine. They already went to timeout this morning. It is 10:50 and when we are recording this, and they had already gone to timeout in their rooms, like not just like regular timeout. They had to go to their rooms because the girls were like throwing fists at each other. And I was like,
my kids,
it's 9 a.m.
Like and I know Rachel experiences this too. My kids love to play together, but like it will get aggressive with the fighting. And I'm like, do I need, like, their biggest threat that I can give them is I'm going to separate y'all from each other. So they're like, no, we want to play together. I'm like, then act like you like each other.
That's so nice. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, well, Lainey, my oldest, I feel like this is such an oldest child thing. She like doesn't want anybody to know that she's in trouble. So like they were going to their grandma's house today. And I was like, listen, that was strike one. If you get 2 more strikes before y'all leave, then you're going to be delayed going to grandma's house. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have a 30-minute delay where you just stay in your room. I don't know. Something like that. And I had really thought through the consequence, obviously. And she was like, okay, but are you going to tell her that we were just delayed because it took us a while to get ready? Or are you going to tell her that it's because we had a consequence? And like, she was like, please don't tell her that we had a consequence.
Oh, if Andrew's not home and I have to punish the kids, they're like, don't tell daddy. And I'm like, I'm not going to lie to him. Like,
yeah. I'm like, what is she going to, she's just going to be like, she's not going to do anything. She's not going to give you an extra consequence. Here. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, those are my 1s and 5s.
Okay. So my 1 is, okay, I actually have to start with my 5 because of my 1. So my 5 stars, we went to Colorado last week. We had a family vacation, went to Colorado, the 4 of us, which I love when we do a trip that it's just the 4 of us. Like we've gone on trips with other couples and families, which is fun. And like, we'll go to South Carolina with Andrew's parents, which is fine. But I like it when it's the 4 of us because I feel like we just like can kind of do things at our pace and the timing we want a little bit easier. And so we went to Colorado. We drove. It was a drive. I mean,
yeah, that drive is rough.
It's the same amount of hours to driving to like Seaside, Florida.
Yeah,
but driving to Florida is like one highway straight, right? Halfway through this drive, we were still in fucking Texas. I'm like,
yes, yeah. It's awful. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
You're in the middle of nowhere for like we were driving through towns. Liam's like, what happened here? And Andrew's like, well, it's abandoned. And Liam's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Like it was giving
and
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was giving Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, so it's just like a very different drive. And then everything was fine. And I have another 5-star, but I like kind of have to go into my 1-star for this. In my main 1-stars, I got horrific altitude sickness the first day. So we were in Vail, which is like really elevated. And we're like driving.
Yeah.
Probably like the last hour is like very twisty around mountains. And I was like, I started to feel really nauseous from that. And then I like was having problems breathing. And then we got to the house and we're like unloading the car. And thankfully, Andrew, my Boy Scout of a husband, had brought like
the oxygen tanks,
the oxygen. And I was like, Andrew, like, I don't know what's wrong. And he gave them to me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like no one else had this happen. Everyone was fine. I was laying on the bed. Liam came in. He's like, I think mommy is not okay. Like, I was like, I am not okay. And I felt fine the next
you're
day.
Right.
It was like, I felt fine the next day, but like that first night was so rough for me. And trying to like unpack and get situated too. I was like, this is horrible. But
those little oxygen canisters though are
and it's funny because like they sell them everywhere. But my other 1 and 5 kind of go together, which is my 5 stars at school as of airing. So this will air next Tuesday, which is the first day of school. So our kids are back in school as of today. So my kids are going into kinder and 3rd grade. Rachel's are going into 1st and 3rd. And big year, 3rd grade, start switching classes. Things are getting chaotic.
Things are getting real. They're getting real.
They're getting into like real elementary school. I mean, Charlotte is in like, she's in kindergarten. So like, we're just like happy to be at the same school at this point.
The one drop off, is going to be life changing for you.
I've had 3 years of my kids at 2 different schools. And people are like, are you so excited for them to be at one school? I'm like, I don't think I can actually adequately explain.
Yeah.
It's not so nice. The drop off, it's the pickup. The drop off is like easy. It's like they're out the car, boom, boom. The pickup is just like a whole fucking thing. And it's just, but my other 1-star is just this week because there's no camp. I have no childcare. Right now I'm locked in my husband's office while I can hear my kids screaming about something. Our house cleaners are on their way here. I'm like, it's just, and then there's like 50 different school events this week. It's like popsicles with the teachers and a kindergarten party and Liam has it there. I'm like, I need it to be as of airing, because as of airing, it will be silence in my house, and we will all be.
Do you know what I am doing on the first day of school? So if you're listening, then I might be there right now. I have a dentist appointment.
So
I was like, why did I schedule that for the first day of school? It's literally like I'm going to drop the kids off and then go. I don't know. I don't know why I did
on the first day of school, one of the moms put together for like the kindergarten moms cheers and tears. So we're going to go get my besties.
Yeah. Very fun.
Which sounds way more fun than the dentist.
What are your 1s and 5s recently?
Okay, so my 1 is that I am just moving back into my mom's house. Me and Matt, my boyfriend, were living in upstate New York while I was teaching. And now that I'm not teaching anymore, we moved back here. And so there is just boxes of stuff all over my house. All over.
Yeah.
And when we left, we had left stuff here. So it wasn't even like we were coming back to like a clean room that we can just put our stuff in. No, we have to figure out where to put everything. Like the bookshelves behind me, like half of the bookshelves were just there already with all the books in them.
Yeah.
So that's really overwhelming. I don't want to do it.
They look really good behind you. I would never know.
I was gonna say it looks really good.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's my 1. Is just like I want to be settled, and I'm not settled, and I hate not being settled. So that's my 1.
I get that.
My 5 is that it's summer on Long Island, and it's the best time of year to be here. And everything is so beautiful, and everybody wants to be outside, which is amazing. And I started a new job.
I don't want to be outside.
What's that like? I don't know.
I know. That's what I say. I tell my friend, she lives in North Carolina. She's like, I cannot relate to you right now. I am.
No. Yeah, I'm like, we cannot go outside at the moment.
That is terrible. Like, I'm going to the city on Friday for a book signing at the Ripped Bodice. I'm going to Yankee game on Saturday. Like, we're just in prime being outside.
That's so fun.
Yes, that's so fun.
Yeah, and I got a new job, and I'm finally getting into the groove of my new job, and I'm working in the publishing industry now, so dream come true.
Gosh.
Yeah. So I am the director of marketing and advertising, marketing and publicity at Keeperton, which is a new publishing house that kind of just recently opened in the last few years, and I am loving it so much. Like, it feels so nice to wake up in the morning and actually like want to work as opposed to like feel miserable about working.
Yep. We know. We know what that's like.
Yep.
That's amazing. And I feel like that's perfect for you. For anybody who doesn't follow Meagan, you need to go follow her because your feed is just so pretty. Like everything you put out is so pretty. So I feel like that's such up your alley kind of job.
Yes, I'm loving it.
And in the book world, that's what I love. I gotta tell people that my job is books. I'm like, it's the best job.
Literally. And like, I'm like, oh yeah, I just like, we make authors' dreams come true. I said, we're like Disneyland. Like, come to us so we can get your book in stores.
I love it. That's so fun. Okay, what is a recent read that you've loved? If anybody just has one off Neely. What? I'm looking at your answer on our I need to hear more about this on our outline.
So, I'm very into The Summer I Turned Pretty, as most are. And after last week's, have you watched the last episode, Rachel?
Yes.
Meagan,
are you watching it?
Yes. Of course.
Okay. Are you is everybody caught up? Everybody's caught up?
Yes.
Okay.
Caught up.
So we're up to week 4.
When Conrad at the very end goes, "What have I done?" I was like, I have to read the book. Like,
you have to read the book.
Just, like, threw my hands up.
You just hear it and you're like, ugh.
Yeah. So I only read the 3rd book because, like, I think I might go back and read the other 2.
That's fair.
Well, I've seen the first 2 seasons. Like,
I know. You're like, I know what happens.
That's so fair.
Yeah. Like, what will that? I mean, I do eventually want to go back and like read the whole thing, but like for this particular instance, I was like, it is the quickest read. I mean, y'all, these chapters are 2 pages long, literally. Like it's like page.
I love a short chapter.
So do I.
And so I read it in the car, and I'm happy with how it ends, but like it just ends, and I'm like, it's not like a lot. So I'm like, when she says she's changed the ending, my hope is that she has made the ending better and not
Yeah.
changed the outcome. Because I feel like there's a difference between changing the ending and changing the outcome. And because like with The Idea of You, it changed the outcome and the ending.
Yeah.
With this, I'm hoping it's just changing the ending, because
maybe giving us a little bit more.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a very quick read. Like, it's literally, I think I read the whole thing in like a couple of hours. Like, it was not, it's YA. Like, it's not meant to be like a deep read, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, that I know Jenny Han directed the 5th episode that's airing this week. As of recording, it will have been last week, but someone said that her episode airing is 90 minutes, and then it's Conrad's point of view.
Yeah, I heard it's Conrad's point of view.
And by heard, I mean from people on TikTok. So like, am I getting valid information?
That. Yeah, I heard it. That's what I was telling you.
Have y'all seen that meme that was like, I read it somewhere at TikTok. I heard about it at TikTok. Like, it's like, I was like, that is me. I read this article at TikTok.
Yeah, I was telling a friend last night, I was like, she's obsessed with the K-pop Demon Hunters, which I haven't watched yet, but I need to. And she was like, she's obsessed with it. So I was like messaging with her, and I was like, I saw that there's going to be a sequel. And she was like, is that confirmed? I was like, I saw it on social media somewhere. So like, maybe don't take my word for it.
Well, okay, so another thing I saw on social media, and I hope the Hollywood Reporter came out saying that there's a holiday, like The Holiday, the movie.
That was on the Today Show this morning, so I think that's real.
But Nancy Meyers posted, she's like, I'm not attached to this. And I'm like, don't do it, guys. Don't do it without Nancy's blessing. I think, mistake.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm honestly kind of upset about it. The mistake. I honestly may not watch it just on principle. It's like, some of these things, just, we don't need to do anything to it. It's perfect. Leave it as it is. We all saw what happened with Sex and the City. Like, don't go there. Like, you can just leave stuff alone.
Yeah.
I don't know this, like, I don't know this, like, fascination with like taking something that was successful and like beating it down to the point where everyone hates it, and why we need to do it this way. So just go adapt more books. Like, there's
exactly. I'm like, there's so much out there that,
or like, how many
like adapt You with a View.
Optioned.
Oh,
somebody go make You with a View into a movie.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
And so many rights have been bought. So like, let's start going.
Exactly.
Now. Let's start moving.
Like, there's stuff out there ready to go. Mm-hmm. Yes, the deals have been made.
I don't plan to watch this, and I know for sure Rachel's not going to watch my Oxford year.
No, I'm not.
Rachel,
listen. No, and
I tried what it was about, and thank God someone spoiled it on TikTok. Because I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I saw Me Before You. I'm good. I don't need anything else like this in my life.
That was rough. I read all of those.
I read the first one, and after I saw the movie, and I was like, I don't think I can read more of them. Like,
But our youngest is named after Amelia Clark, so I was like, I don't know. I love her. I was invested. Actually, she's not actually named after her, but kind of. She was just going to be Emmy, and then Brian was like, she needs to have a full name. I was like, Emmy is her full name. So we settled on Amelia. I was like, it's fine. It's a whole name.
Emmy is her full name?
I was like, that is a full name. He was like, no, that's her nickname. I was like, all right, she's not born yet, but it's fine. Okay. My recent read, I am still reading. So if you listened last week, I was reading the Plated Prisoner series. And spoiler alert, I am still reading the Plated Prisoner series. I will say I'm on the last book now. Okay, so this is the 6th book. Meagan, I don't know if you ever do fantasy or like romantasy stuff.
I did read Devney Perry's Romantasy, and I freaking loved it. But she's my exception.
I have the pretty edges, but I haven't read it yet.
Yes, but not usually. I don't usually read fantasy.
Okay, so that's the most of what I read now. But this series is 6 books. Like, it is a commitment, okay? And these books are like long ass books, like 600 plus page books. So I am on the last one now. I feel like that is a feat in and of itself. I started it around the beginning of July. So like, I feel like I'm doing pretty good, like trucking through. I got through the first 4 books very quickly, and then I got really upset about how the 4th book ended, and so then it took me a while to start the 5th book. I am now reading the 6th book. I don't even know what they're called. I just called them by their numbers because there's so many of them. So I'm on book 6, and this is the last one. So fingers crossed that it ends the way I want it to.
Are you loving it?
I do. Okay, so the 5th book, this is like semi-spoiler, but not really. I don't know. These books have been out for a while. The 5th book, the main couple that it follows, because it follows several different people, but it has like a main couple that it follows. The 5th book, they spend it entirely apart.
Oh.
They are not together at all in the book. And so that was rough to get through. But there was some other part. It was a bridge book, I feel like. It was kind of like we had to get you from book 4 to book 6. And so we had to fill in a lot of gaps.
About with New Moon.
Yes. Like it is like we had to get you
not
there.
New Moon.
Not New Moon. Eclipse. Yes. And like we had to get you there. And so it was a little bit hard to get through. So I am excited. Book 6. I feel like it's coming where they're back together. I'm only like 3 chapters in, but I'm like, they've got to be back together soon.
Yes.
So I will let you know by the time I get to the end of it. But I'm just so impressed by fantasy and romantasy authors because like the world building is insane. And like all of the stuff that they have to like keep track of. And Raven Kennedy is the author of the series. And she does such a good job of like stuff that was like hinted at in book 1 is like now coming back. And I'm like, that is so much to keep up with, to like have this huge story arc from book 1 to book 6. So I'm just very impressed by romantasy, fantasy authors, all authors, but like right now I'm like, oh my God, how did you do that? So that's what I'm reading. Megan, what are you reading?
I just finished I think my top read of the year so far, which is like a big saying for me because I've read like over 80 books already because I'm absolutely insane. But I finished reading Please Don't Go by E. Salvador. And
okay, is that the book? Is it kind of yellowish cover?
Yeah, and it has like that I think Summer Grove did the cover art on it. It's literally stunning. I literally was just talking about this in a TikTok video about like how my favorite archetype of male main character is like pathetic but make it hot. Like I want him to be so obsessed with her. And just also be broken and sad. I love it.
We love a sad boy. Okay.
I love a little sad boy. Anyways, it was a baseball college romance and they were roommates and it was everything I ever needed and more.
I'm so glad to hear that. I've seen that cover everywhere, just as like all the August release posts are coming out. Mm-hmm. And it's so gorgeous.
That's exactly what kind of like caught my eye too. I didn't even know what it was about. I saw the cover. I was like immediately going to request an ARC because I needed it.
Yes. Yeah. It's so good. So good. All right. Are we ready to get into the interview?
Sure.
Can I just ask everyone a question really quick before we start?
Great. I can't.
I don't plan to watch this because I just don't think I have it in me. But have y'all watched The Hunting Wives?
No.
I've heard about it. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I just like don't know if my dad and stepmom watched it. So, yeah, I don't think they knew what it was about. And then they got really addicted to it and binged it in like 2 days.
The only thing I know about it is that it's like the husbands go hunting and then the girls form a relationship. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's like a really nice way of saying it. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, cool.
A relationship.
Okay.
And my dad's like, there's a lot of skin. That's how my dad phrased it. I'm like, so you're telling me there's a lot of sex? And he's like, there's a lot of skin. I was like, because he's like, it sounds like one of your books. I was like, Dad, awkward. Also, funny story. And then I promise we can get into the interview. Andrew was updating the website and Liam walked behind him on the computer and was like, welcome to the smut show. What's that? Mm-hmm. I'm like, get out.
Yeah, Emmy tried to take a bookmark that said, oh my gosh, what did it say on it? In my smut, era or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, you can't use that bookmark. I'm so sorry.
So anyway, can't wait to see what he tells his friends.
Yeah.
I was at an author's house helping her package orders for her online store, and she has a little daughter, and the little daughter came out, and we had like these tattoos made that said like I love Wyatt, and she tattooed her whole body with all the different tattoos, and then had to go to dance. And drop up for dance was like, who's Wyatt?
It's been way worse.
That seems accurate. Yeah. No, Lainey asked me the other day, she was like, last thing, and then we'll get into the interview. But the other day she asked me, I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready for the next book. And she goes, can I read this one? I was like,
absolutely
no.
not.
And she goes, when will you ever write a book that I can read? I was like, oh, never. But
when
I
you're
love you.
18.
Yeah. I'm like, you can read them later. Okay. All right. Meagan, we always ask people, and this is kind of a weird question as a bookstagrammer, but basically, what's your villain origin story? How did you get into reading? Were you always a reader? Like, what made you want to start a bookstagram? Give us your, as far back as you wish to go.
Yeah. Okay. So when I was young, I hated reading because I would get a headache every time I read. And I was like, why am I getting headaches every time I read? And then I went to the eye doctor and he was like, oh, hi, you need glasses.
Oh,
I literally couldn't read. Like,
you're like, why is that everything so blurry?
Right. I'm like, I told him, I'm like, it looks like one really long worm on my paper. And he's like, yeah, that's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah. That's not right.
So, I love that. And then when I was older, when I started getting into romance, I binged Justin Bieber Mafia fan fiction on Wattpad. And that was...
Stop.
I have to say, that is one we haven't heard before.
We've heard that.
We've talked a lot about fanfic. We've talked a lot about fanfic. We've had a lot of Harry Potter, Twilight, different things like that. Justin Bieber Mafia fan, that is a first.
That's a first. We've heard One Direction fanfic, never Justin Bieber Mafia.
I think the episode title needs to be Justin Bieber Mafia fanfic. So,
yes. Writing it down.
I literally was obsessed with it. He would like kidnap her and then she'd get like Stockholm syndrome and like fall in love with him.
Okay,
yeah.
But like,
were you?
It says fanfic
too
and
young.
everything, but like I could see it.
Yeah, I could give me what it needed to give for me,
Is that what's happening right now with
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't blanking on his wife's name.
Haley Bieber.
Haley, thank you. Haley. I
actually feel like I know more about her than him, but his new album is so good. And I'm not even a Bieber fan, y'all. I have never listened to Justin Bieber before this new album. So
you were a little bit too old for it, I think.
It's kind of like with One Direction and with the Jonas Brothers, it's like not the right stage of life for me. I was really more Backstreet Boys, so.
Yeah. I was right in between, so I got the best of both worlds, as Hannah Montana would say. Okay.
Also too old for that, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so you got into Justin Bieber Mafia fanfic.
Yes.
And then what happened?
As one does.
I would read it so my mom and my dad are divorced, so I would go to my dad's house and not have anything to do because he was boring as single dad, and I would just read the fanfic in the can't get it out because it's just oh my god, I think it was maybe 12 or 13. It was pretty young. And then I thought that
and you're like, yes, I know the Mafia.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is so hot. I want to get kidnapped. Yeah. I was like, this is and then I thought books like that didn't really exist. I thought that was just smutty romance was just written on the computer. And so I didn't really know anything about it. And then when I started college, so I didn't read throughout high school, but when I started college, I was commuting an hour every day. And so I was like, all right, I got the 3-month free Audible, whatever on Audible. And I read all of Abby Glyn's, she has this football romance or It's like, it's not even really spicy at all. It's YA, I'm pretty sure. But I started reading all of that and I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed. And then I joined Bookstagram and then that was it. It was like a black hole. We just like all jumped in, you know?
Yes. Yeah. And then
it's like
you
when I
can't look back
discovered
from
Book
there.
Talk, when I discovered Book Talk and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I just didn't know that existed.
When
So,
I discovered Jessa Kane novellas, my mind was blown. She writes like the craziest books ever.
Oh, great. I cannot wait.
I didn't know that she even existed, and I found her on Book Talk.
Yeah. I love that so much. Okay, so you kind of already talked about this, but like what kind of made you finally decide like, okay, I'm doing, because you've got Bookstream and Book Talk. So where did you start? And then like what kind of made you decide that was going to be a focus of your profile, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I started on Bookstagram right during COVID time, like the tail end of COVID, just for fun. And I always watched Book Talk. Like I loved Book Talk, but I never went on Book Talk, like recording my own videos. I think I was a little bit nervous about what other people would think. Yeah, definitely. And then I was like, my friend Michaela, who's also on Book Talk and Bookstagram, she was like, just do it. It's so fun. We'll just do it together. And so we just like both kind of opened up TikTok, and now I'm obsessed with it. I love it very much. It's definitely like my creative outlet. Like I definitely love to yap in front of the camera all the time. So I love it. Yeah,
that's why we started our podcast.
We really just wanted an outlet to be able to laugh, to yap, and about whatever we wanted. And people have to listen to it.
Yes. They're forced.
They have no choice.
No.
I'm kidding.
Kind of.
Okay, what is your favorite trope to read?
Anything angsty. I love angsty. But if it's like angsty with forbidden love and with childhood friends to lovers, that's like the trifecta for me. It's like
childhood friends to lovers is like my favorite thing to read. Like give me
so good.
Every Summer After, that kind of book.
So good.
I love. Have you read The Playlist by Morgan Elizabeth?
Yes, I love Morgan Elizabeth. I love her.
Okay.
I love her.
Rachel's laughing.
Neely
the way that I
found
book. Morgan Elizabeth. I haven't talked about it in a minute.
You haven't talked about it in a while. That's so true.
The way that I found Morgan Elizabeth is I was on Book Talk, and it was like somebody had made a thing about like a Taylor Swift road trip, childhood brothers, best friends. I was like, tell me less. Had no idea it was the 5th book in a series, mind you. And just read that. And then I was like, oh, okay. Read the whole series. And I was like, yes, now it makes like ever so slightly more sense. Like having the background.
You can read it. I feel like I read it.
I read it standalone. I read it by itself.
I think I read it as a standalone. Yeah.
It is. I mean, they're all standalones, but like that one is one of my favorite. Oh, so good. So good.
No, I love childhood friends lovers. Like it's anytime it's I don't know, I think it's just like it's always been you trope really gets to me. I'm obsessed with it. Wyatt by Jessica Peterson also has childhood friends to lovers, and it's just chef's kiss every time. I love it.
I feel like it's a trope too where they just have some, because what I'm not necessarily a childhood friends to lovers stan like you guys are, okay? I do like it. But I feel like it's a trope that just allows so much of the like history. So like they already know each other going into it. And I think that usually hits really well, is just the like, you don't get, I feel like that's easier to write. Like you're like, oh, they already know this about, they don't have to like learn everything about each other because they already know this about each other.
Yeah.
But it does hit. It is Neely's favorite.
It's so good.
I love it so much.
Yeah. I will like eat up an angsty romance like it is dinner. I love.
Oh, then you must really love The Summer I Turned Pretty. Maybe this is why I like it so much.
Maybe
because
I want it
angsty, but it's also childhood friends lovers.
What? Okay, I'm not an angsty person. Okay, so what makes good angst? Like, what would you say is like you're like, oh, that just hits so hard?
I feel like if there is any bit of like losing control in a situation that they're not supposed to be losing control in, that's what does it for me. And also just like tension of them not being able to be together for some reason. So like in A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner, which I think is like one of my favorite angsty romances ever. But like I know that
That's
like people either
angsty.
Yeah, people either love that book or they despise it and they're afraid of it and they run away from it, which is fair. But I think it's like one of the best, if not the best, angsty romances I've ever read. And it's just like the back and forth. It's like I want to throw my Kindle across the room so bad, but I also can't stop reading, so I can't throw it.
You're like, I actually need this, so I'm going to keep it here with me.
Yeah.
Okay. What advice do you have for anybody who wants to start like a bookstagram or a book talk? Like what advice would you give them?
Just do it. Just come. Just join. I feel like that's like the biggest thing is like you talk the talk. Let's like walk the walk and just do it. And just have fun. Like I have gone through so many phases on Bookstagram of like all graphics and then all pictures taken from my camera. And now I'm just like, I just do what I want. Like it's way more fun if you just make it more fun. Like we're not out here saving lives, but we are out here adding to people's TBRs.
Yeah. Like it's not that serious.
It's not saving lives, but like I do feel like reading, like especially with mental health, is like such a big thing. Like being able, like having that escape. So like, you might be saving someone's life.
Oh, I like that.
You might be.
I am saving lives.
I love that. You are. That was so deep, Neely.
Follow me for more deep thoughts.
He's like, yeah. I love it so much. Okay, what fictional worlds would you love to see crossover? You read so much.
This is
I
such
know
a
you
good,
have that.
She's
so
like
fun.
Justin Bieber. No, not fiction. Sorry.
Justin Bieber's Mafia world, and
I'm gonna say the DC Star series by Chelsea Cordo, which is like a hockey romance series, and it's my like addiction. I'm obsessed with it. And the Windy City series by Liz Tomforty.
Oh,
yes.
I just think that's so fun. The characters I feel like would all vibe well together. And athletes are so hot. So like, yes.
Yeah. Yes, agreed with that. I think, okay, I need to read Chelsea's series because I haven't read it yet.
I haven't read that.
It's just
but I know
good.
Everybody loves it. Like everybody loves that
female
series.
main character in the first book, Face Off, is the first female hockey player in the NHL, which I think is so badass.
I just love that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And all those covers are stunning too, and they just like all look so good together.
They do.
So yeah, I know I need to read that. Okay. That would be, I do love an athlete crossover, and I think that's why it works really well too.
You can make
and
them
like
play. The hockey teams can play each other.
Yes,
so fun.
Yes. And there's like a rivalry.
Yes,
I love that. Okay, what are the books that you feel like you are like most recommending to people? You're like you have to make a post of your most recommended books. What do you got like on there?
Yes.
Anything from the Sparrow's Fall series by Catherine Cowles, because it's so good. Romantic suspense, small town romances.
I was about to say, she does romantic suspense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Okay, but like tell me what, like when we're saying like romantic suspense, like tell us more, give us a deep, okay, we'll get back to the question that we first asked, but give us a little bit of a deep dive into what is romantic suspense as a subgenre, because I feel like it's one that is gaining more popularity, but not as well known to people.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
So
I think Catherine Cowles specifically like writes it a little bit differently than maybe if you're gonna like read a dark romantic suspense book, right? But essentially in hers, there's some unsub that is doing something throughout the entire book, whether that's like vandalizing the female main character's house or holding her at knife point or whatever it is. Like he's kind of.
This is where the
big.
Bieber started, right?
Right, exactly. You see how I need
yeah.
something to keep me going.
Yes.
That's why I like angsty romances. I need something to keep me on my toes. I need some a little extra.
I got the trajectory. I see it. I see the vision. Okay.
And then at the end, like always the last 10%, I would say like for all of Catherine Cowell's books, the female main character gets taken by this unsub and is essentially they're gonna go and like yes, and then the male main character finds her. No,
you've lost me.
He rescues her. Is that scary? Though?
He rescues her. It's like a little scary, but you know he's gonna rescue her. Like you must.
Okay,
know.
so it's a guaranteed HEA.
Right, it's a romance book, so like you know that there's gonna be happily ever after, and it's gonna be with him. But there's like it's always like sad. They like look each other in the eye, and the bullet goes off, and like it's like always like that at the end, and then like the next chapter will be like I woke up in his arms on the couch, and you're like, oh, okay.
I actually do think I would like this.
It's
I'm
so
gonna
good.
try it.
So good.
Yeah,
and I think
it's giving like contemporary romantasy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair. It's giving who did this to you.
That's what happens, right?
Fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
Yeah.
So that's like my romantic suspense. If I was going to recommend something like Cowboy, it's always going to be the Lucky River Ranch series by Jessica Peterson because it's
another one I've heard just phenomenal things about, and I need to read it.
I just love a hot cowboy. And I don't know, maybe because like I live in New York. I've never seen it. I don't even know that cowboys exist.
Listen,
they do.
We live in Texas,
but you don't want to date them, okay? Yeah, my family's a little bit more cowboy than Neely's, but I think we've talked on the podcast before about how hard, like it took us forever to finally pick up a cowboy romance because we were like, we've seen these people.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Gonna do it
but these are written by women, so it's better for everyone involved.
I know. Yes. So once we finally picked them up, both of us were like, "Oh, okay. So these are not like the Texas cowboys, where
these are a special breed.
There's a lot of iffy things happening. Yeah.
Same with all male main characters. I feel like I'm reading these books, and like half the time I'm like, I really don't think that this would be attractive in real life, but in a book. Tamper with the birth control.
Totally.
Tamper with it. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Like, if you want.
Fine, do that.
Right, but great. Like, not in real life.
Yeah, we've got a breeding kink. Great. We're good. We're good with that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Especially if you're a billionaire and, like, money is never an issue. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Billionaires in real life? No.
Exactly.
In books? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so yes. So we've got a romantic suspense. We've got a cowboy romance.
Yeah, and then dark romance, anything by Jagger Cole. And matter of fact, Jagger Cole is a whole ass man. He's a man. He is a male author. Yes, I know.
What?
When I found out, I was shocked. It's not a secret,
He's a whole ass man.
It's not a secret. It's not
He's
a secret.
He's not, like, hiding.
He's not a hiding man.
But
that would be weird if he was, like, pretending to be a woman.
Weird. Yeah.
His Mafia romances are fantastic. Like, absolutely astonishing.
I am shook right now.
I was too.
I don't know that I've read a romance written by a man.
It's so good. It's so
I don't think I have.
If you just get over the part that it is a man, if that's, like, a part that bugs you...
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's like only in the romance world are we like, ew, it's written by a man. No. Yeah. That's so funny. Okay.
All of his books are so good. So I think, and then should I do a sports one? A sports one would be the DC series by Chelsea Cordo. Right now.
Okay.
If you ask me tomorrow, it'll probably change because like I feel like my recommendations change all the time. But that series is really, really good. And really spicy.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I love when people list. I feel like I saw her do this recently where it's like listing the spicy chapters and it's like 2 columns.
Yep.
I'm like, okay.
If there's like multiple chapters in a row, I'm like, yes, I'm blushing.
I'm like, okay, great. Okay, how do you feel like, and then you can kind of like comment on this from the publishing standpoint too, even though you're fairly new in that job, but how do you feel like TikTok and Bookstagram have kind of changed the landscape of reading, and then also for indie authors being able to get their books out there?
Yeah. Oh my God. I think that there was a while where I had a really like I have a love-hate relationship with Book Talk specifically, but it was like hate for a while. Now it's back to love-hate, and I think it's just because like we're in an environment that is influencer driven. So like authors posting on TikTok and Instagram is obviously a need, and like a necessary part of like your like system. But I think that people buy books. I know that people buy books based on what an influencer recommends. So I think even more important than like posting your quote videos and these videos is like networking with influencers and making yourself known. I mean, Rachel, that's how I knew you. I think you like followed me on Instagram and I was like, oh my God, you're so cute. And we kind of just like talked. And then when you released your book, I was like, oh, okay, I have to read this now. I kind of feel like I have to because I like you. So like now I'm going to read it. And I think that's like the way that authors need to leverage social media to get out there from a publishing position too. I mean, I've worked with authors who like never even dreamed of getting their books, you know, or only dreamed of getting their books in Target and Walmart. And now because their TikTok went off because of a specific book or quote or microtrope or whatever, now you go into any Target, you go to the airport and you go to the library in the airport and all the books are there. So I think it rocks.
I think the airport, because I've traveled so much lately that it's so funny to me, like being in airports now and just like seeing authors who we've had on the podcast or just like authors that we know as books there. And I'm like, because it used to be, you know, like Danielle Steele and John Grisham. And that's like,
that's it,
you know.
Okay, I have a follow-up question to that because, I think a lot of people I talk to from the author side are very intimidated to reach out to book influencers, whether that's on, you know, TikTok or Bookstagram or whatever, to kind of like market your book. It's an awkward thing to be like, hey, so what advice do you have for authors who are coming at it from that perspective? It's like, how would you recommend that they go about that if they are trying to network with people?
Yeah, I think the blind knocking on someone's DM and saying, here's my book, I want you to read it, is like a turnoff for so many influencers. And it's just because we all talk about how long our TBRs are. And so like, how random is it that now an author is just randomly messaging us about it? I think what's more important is like the lead up. I always tell, you know, my author friends, like, have a lead up. Like if you know your book is coming out in December, start following and curating a list of people you want to reach out to in September and start sliding up on their stories and reacting to their posts and engaging with them in a more natural, organic way so that by the time the end of November comes and you're ready for your December release, you feel a little bit more comfortable, you know, messaging them and saying, hey, like, and they feel more comfortable and they're more open to receiving that ARC or that PR box or book mail or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's such a good advice. I think it's, you know, everybody here has gotten, whether it's book related or not, has gotten the cold DM of like, hey, and I feel like I get it a lot now for like author services. So it'll be like, hey, I do author services. And I'm like, and I'll go look at their profile and I'm like, girl, you don't even follow me. Like,
it's like,
how do you know that I need author services?
It's insulting. You can actually on Instagram, you can like add favorites so that you can have this like view on your Instagram of only the people you favorite. And I always tell authors to favorite the influencers that they want to be able to talk to because, you know, you're following 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on Instagram. You're not going to get to the people you want to see. So if you really strategic and add people in there, and you can add it on a rolling basis, you know, if you want to add someone, you want to take someone off, but then at least you have them in one part and you're, you know, away from all the noise of all the other people that you follow.
Yeah. I love that. That's so smart. Okay, thanks for answering that follow-up question that I just threw out at you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you also work with several authors. You've talked a little bit about that throughout the episode. Talk to us about how you got into that and then what kinds of things you do with them.
Yeah. Okay, so this has like changed a little bit in the past few weeks, obviously, because now I'm working full time in the publishing world, so it's a little different. But when I decided I wanted to get into working with authors, I specifically decided I wanted to get working with like a company that worked with authors. So I reached out to Valentine PR and sent over my resume, not thinking that anything was ever going to happen because they didn't have any jobs posted or anything. And you know, I ended up going in for an interview and getting a job at Valentine PR. And it was like, it is such a wonderful place to work with such wonderful people. And they kind of, gave me the courage to start doing social media work with authors. And so, but it really, really started with me just networking. I had met the owner of Valentine PR, Nina, at a book signing in Las Vegas. And I just went up to her and we talked and we had this great conversation. And I was like, oh my God, she's just amazing. She really is a rock star.
Yeah.
And so I I showed her my interest. I think that's really what it is. I think for people that are wanting to get into this field, it's like, if you don't ask, you're never going to know. And I was just so blessed to have worked with such a great company that, I was able to network with authors with. I think that without that company, I think that it's just really important to be able to network and to build up your portfolio and make sure that you have like results. Like if you're going to someone like Rachel, you were talking about, like PR companies or management companies coming into your DMs, and it's like, yeah, but like I need to see like what you've done for other people so that I know I can trust you.
Right.
And then know that like working with authors is a privilege. Like working with authors is not like it's not like a bragging right situation. It's more of a like I'm helping this author, and you have to be consistent. You have to treat it like a real job. I know so many providers have like other jobs, and that's fine. But it definitely has to be prioritized, organized. I think that's the best way to go about it. And also communication. Like if something's wrong, communicate with your author or whoever you're working with.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's such an interesting, I feel like there's a lot of people that are coming out nowadays and being like, oh, I'm providing these services or, whatever it is. But just like you kind of talked about, like influencers talk to each other, so do authors, right? And so like if you're working with somebody who has just had a really great experience, then we're going to be like, hey, we've been working with Meagan on this and she's done so good. Like I would highly recommend you reach out to her or whatever. Or I'll text, my author friends and be like, hey, who does this for you? Do you have anybody who does it, or do you do it on your own? That kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's really interesting kind of seeing things come out, and then also seeing, I think there's it's a really hard balance to, I'm sure from the provider standpoint of like pricing yourself. So I'm seeing a lot on threads of like, of being transparent about like what you're charging people, which is really helpful to other providers to be like, oh, okay, this is like the range that I just feel like transparency is really helpful, but it's like the range of like what people are charging.
Yeah. So being a content creator and having come into the content creator space like in 2009 before it was a thing, and like doing all of that was a big thing. Like when I started making money from brands, is like, you have no idea what to charge, and you have no idea. And so, but it was also hard because like so few influencers were making money then that, I mean, there's like nobody to talk to be like, how much is this brand paying you? I mean, it got better like in like the, 2013, 2014 kind of year. But before that, I mean, there was like no transparency.
There's no transparency. And then I feel like that's getting better, but then it's also like, okay, so I want to get, a post made, and you've got somebody who's going to be like, all right, one post from me is $15. Then you've got somebody else who's going to be like, one post from me is $100. And you're like, okay, so where's and you have to kind of figure out. So I feel like it's so hard to come at it from the creator standpoint of like, you need to make sure you're charging your worth and like making it worth your time. But then it's also you also have to figure out like a sweet spot where people are going to pay it too. And I'm sure that's just really hard. Anyway, this was my thoughts this morning at 4:30 when I woke up to the storm. I was like, that's going to be I was scrolling threads and I was like, that's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
I think though too, it's interesting to me, just like in kind of women dominated industries, how little transparency there is. Like, I don't know, we talk a lot about not gatekeeping, and we talk a lot about like being girls and things like that. And it's like, but that's part of it. And like, being transparent helps everybody. It's not like, I think some people are like, but it'll take away from me. And I'm like, but it doesn't. It helps you.
Yeah.
So
we were having this is a random aside now. I'm going down a rabbit hole. We were having this conversation at dinner the other night though about how women make less than men, and the girls were, of course, like beside themselves about this. They were really upset, and so then they were like, "Was it like that? Is it like that for your job, mommy?" And I was like, "Well, my job's hard because I pay myself, and so I can pay myself whatever I want as long as I'm making money." But then they were like, "Okay, but what about when you were a teacher?" And I was like, "Oof, also hard because everybody made the same. There was no negotiating." I was like, "But daddy's job, like we can talk about it like this." And so I think it's hard. I don't know. In female dominated industries, there needs to be transparency. We need to, and even in male dominated industries though too, it's like, what are you making? What's going on? I'm getting down a rabbit hole of feminism, but anyway, that's what I have to say about that.
That's all we gotta say about that. All right. So
that's not everybody's gonna listen to be like, what did Rachel just say? I'm like, I don't know. I just have so many thoughts about it.
The last question we always ask is, what is a have to read book you tell people about?
Oh.
Okay, so you have to pick one. I know you've recommended so many, but you have to pick one.
One that I didn't even recommend yet because it's my number one favorite book. The Tragedy of Felix and Jake by J. Daniels. It is the most heartbreakingly angsty romance ever. It's between a drug addict and his sponsor. I have a tattoo on my body for it.
I've read a couple.
So good.
So I've read a couple of J. Daniels books, and they are all like a lot.
Yeah. So if
like,
you read
so sad.
her Alabama Summer series, which is like all, I think the first book is called All I Want.
I think you read that. Yeah.
So it's his Reed is Jake's brother. So that's how they're like, so that's how they're like related. So like those books actually tie into each other.
Mm.
Oh, I'll have to look into it then because I did read the Alabama Summers books. I remember vividly stopping something I was like, I saw them on Book Talk and like I stopped something I was reading to read these, and I can't remember what it was that I was reading, but yeah, I flew through those like really back when I used to read like 4 books a week.
It is.
What was that like?
It's me. I said Reed's brother, but it's CJ's brother, and I just realized that. So my mistake. It's CJ's brother is Jake. But yeah, sorry, I just had to get that right.
You're like, wait, I need to clarify.
It's just like,
I don't know, a
sad.
book with the word tragedy.
It has a happily ever after. It is a romance book. It is sad though. It's sad, but it's like, it's just so good and just makes you believe in love. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just like, it's so good. And it is MM.
Okay, so for all the angsty girlies out there.
Yeah. It is MM, which I have a soft spot for an MM romance. I do truly love one of those as well.
Yeah, samesies. I need to circle back because we talked about this very briefly at the beginning and then we got sidetracked. But have you read My Oxford Year?
No, by
Meagan?
Julia Whelan. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know?
I'm not gonna read
know.
it. Can you just tell me? Does someone die? Does she die?
Okay. So spoilers ahead. Okay. So if you are planning on watching or reading My Oxford Year,
but the book has been out for years. So
okay. Spoiler. If you want to skip the next couple minutes, do that. Okay. So yes. So I did not know this. I knew that it was sad. I had a friend who had recommended it to me, and I started listening to it, and I was like, "Ooh, they've said it's sad. I don't think I can do it." So this was like several years ago. Well, then now the movie's come out, so all this is coming out about the movie, and there was a spoiler, and Neely saw probably one similar, where somebody dies, and it's bringing up the discourse of like,
it was too similar to Me Before You for me, and I was like, no thanks.
Yeah, it's bringing up the discourse of like what constitutes a romance, right? Is it a romance? Is it a love story? Do they have to end up together at the end for it to be a romance? In my opinion, yes.
Right now,
happily ever after.
Nobody recommend a book to me where one of the main characters dies. I don't want to read that.
If one of the main characters dies, it's not a romance book. Like
it's not a romance book.
That is the law.
It's not.
That is those are the rules.
I feel like it's hard. Yes, them's the rules. Okay, I feel like it's hard. Some people are like, well, they fell in love and you get their love story. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. You get their love story. But I think one
Definitely
thing that
don't
like,
have me read it if I have to see them have a love story and then one of them dies. And I think I can attribute this trauma back to the movie City of Angels, which came out when I was in 8th grade with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan, where they fall in love. And so he turns back into it. I'm not spoiling it. This movie has been out since 1998.
Yeah.
So they fall in love, but he's an angel. And so he gets turned into a human only for her to die. And I'm like, fuck this. No.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
She's
riding her bike. They've spent their first night together, if you know what I'm saying. And she like rides her bike to go get breakfast, and she's like happy and gets hit by a bus or a truck.
Okay,
or
that's
something.
like One Day, which I was sobbing so hard in the theater that they had turned the lights on and were cleaning the theater, and I was still sitting there sobbing in my chair in my little.
My biggest heartbreak was Izzy and Denny from Grey's Anatomy. That I'll never get over that. I'll never ever get over it, and that's why I can't read if the main character passes away. That's terrible.
That should have told us, by the way, that on Grey's Anatomy, like that should have been our sign to not get attached to people on Grey's Anatomy because they will die.
Yeah. No one is safe from Shonda Rhimes. No one is safe from that woman.
No, Shonda Rhimes had no problem killing you off, especially if you look at her wrong. She's gonna be like, guess who's dying? It's you.
Bye.
But no, I just I think I saw the trailer for my Oxford year, and the trailer does not allude to this, by the way.
No, that's the problem is they're marketing as a rom-com. Yeah.
Wait, who dies?
So I was like, rom-com. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
He dies or she dies?
But I saw
he dies.
He dies.
So
that's worse.
Yeah. So
I know.
Right? But they are marketing it like a rom-com because I saw the trailer and I was so excited about it. And then I was like,
I know.
Oh, thank God I spoiled it for myself.
Yeah. I do think that's one thing that's, for the most part, that people who are romance readers or people who are just like passionate about the genre is that they're like, hey, we are protecting our people. Okay, we're protecting our people, and people read romance for the predictability, however we get there, of the happily ever after. And so I love to see people like go to bat about that. But yes, I'm glad you feel the same way. I had to circle back to that because
unacceptable.
It's a whole thing.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
They did that.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for a little rapid fire this or that?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just going to give you two options, and you pick which one. Okay.
You got it.
Neely, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I will start. Sorry, I didn't have it up. Okay. Childhood friends to lovers or forbidden romance?
Oh. Childhood friends to lovers.
You have to pick one.
Childhood friends to lovers.
Okay. Mafia or cowboy?
Cowboy. Although I did just read a Mafia, and I just read a Mafia cowboy book. Together.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
But if I had to pick out.
Okay. Reading at home or reading on the beach?
Reading at home.
Yeah. I'm a homebody. Okay, the last one we always do is pick your praise. So it's good girl or look at me.
I'm blushing right now just thinking about the two, trying to weigh my options.
Anna?
I think good girl. I think it's gotta be good girl.
Yay!
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, that's Neely's. Yeah. People don't usually pick, surprisingly, good girl.
Oh. It's just a classic.
I don't know why.
It's just a classic.
Yeah. It really is.
It's a classic.
Okay. Meagan, whore yourself out. Where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and on TikTok at Read with Megs. That's all I
will link it in our show notes.
No.
That's right. Yeah. Nowhere else. You cannot find me anywhere
please,
else.
No.
You can find us everywhere at Smut Show Podcast, and you can find me everywhere at Rachel_M. Lewis. Neely.
I literally was just like, where can people find me?
Neely just like glitched.
I literally just had I needed to do a factory reset. Oh my God. You can find me everywhere at Neelykins except TikTok where I'm Neely Moldovan. That was so weird, guys.
She was
I
like,
can't
where can you find
explain.
me? That was me last week
Just
when I was like,
happened
how
to
do
me.
we start the show? I was like, wait, what do we do again? We've only done it for 100 plus episodes, but
my hard drive just glitched.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much, Meagan, for being here. And Patreon members, we are recording a Patreon with her, so you'll get a little bonus content. And everybody else, we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.